Welcome to Fisher Owners Quick Tips, pieces of kit that really make life easy. In this one, Bryan tells us about his Raymarine wheel pilot remote control.
Kick off. Thank you.
What is it? Wheel pilot remote control.
Wheel pilot remote control. Now, of course, on the subject, the best bit of kit I've got on there, Fisher, has got to be my crew, my wife, hasn't it? This will be quite short, really, but I would like to encourage Chris to chip in because he was the responsible for showing me this in the first place. You've probably seen my wheel pilot is a autopilot is a Raymarine jobby, and this is the typical type of instrument that you get on your dashboard, and typically, you engage it by going from standby to auto, and you lock your wheel and you set your course. And it'll do much more besides, but that's the basic principle. But this, you hang around your neck, and it performs a steering function amongst others for you. And it talks through the basic installation. So you can imagine you're creeping along the coast, and it's a gentle wind, and the sun is shining, and you don't want to sit in the cockpit, and you don't want to be in the wheelhouse, so you sit on the coach roof with some comfortable cushions, and you give steering instructions with this. And like the main unit, you can press port, starboard, one press is 1 degree change of course. If you hold it down, you can have a 10-degree change of course. And so in good weather, this is absolutely fabulous. It's also fabulous for the single-handed sailor, or in my case, even when we're sailing together and my crew is sunning herself in the cockpit. It has a tack function. And so you can select the tack function, order it to tack, and it'll tack the boat, leaving you free to handle your jibs, your foresail sheets. And that's for the single-handed person, that's absolutely fabulous. It will do a number of other things. I mean, for example, you can select a circle pattern, and it'll do an ever-increasing circle from a given point. I've never used it. And it's possible that in a man overboard situation that could be useful. It'll do a zigzag pattern. I can't think why I would need that.
Avoid any action.
Sorry?
Stands to reason.
Oh, right, okay. I'm still an active member of the drinking classes. And it'll do a cloverleaf pattern. I fancy those are probably useful for motorboats and fishing people.
An Irish.
And an Irish, exactly so. So that's the piece of kit, and you hang it around your neck, and it's really very, very useful. Chris, do you want to add anything to that? There is one other thing I should say, is if you've got that degree of sophistication on your boat, you can, if you've got a series of waypoints in a route, then you can actually, when you get to a waypoint, it will ask you whether you confirm that you should make the next turn. But I don't have that level of sophistication in my boat. Chris, do you use it for anything else?
I use it probably for 95% of my sailing, because I only do takeoffs and landings manually. Thereafter, I'm on autopilot.
Yeah.
And it does everything for me, you know. But I don't. I must admit, I have tried it once. I did set it up once to follow a set of waypoints down the River Tamar and going into the liner. It got very exciting. So I've never used it since, and I just use it for going left or right, a couple of degrees or 10 degrees, usually for missing lobster pots and things like that.
Yes.
But no, I probably use it, I reckon 85%, 95% of the time.
Anyway, nice little gadget.
Does it have a man overboard?
No.
Other than the surf? It'd be really handy if it floated and was waterproof and you had it round your neck.
So here I am.
If you fell over and pressed it,
Your boat would come back to you. Sadly not.
it'll shock you up.
Sadly not.
I don't have one of those, but I do have a unit that I put around my neck, and I can alter the bow thruster, so I can go ashore, and that I found very, very useful when I'm sailing short-handedly or on my own.
I would worry about being left on the pontoon and having pressed the wrong button. Yeah.
I've got a quick question. We've got a very old Sea-Trek autopilot, which is actually wonderful. It's all discrete components, so I get and fiddle with it. But if you go under a bridge or you go over something metallic in the river, it disappears off to one side, gets quite confused, and then comes back once it comes out from under the bridge. Is yours affected, or is yours just a GPS
I
machine?
haven't had that experience with it at all.
If yours is the same as mine has a magnetic compass separator on the end of a 20-foot wire up in the bow.
Yeah.
Does yours do that? So,
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's not a built-in compass, whereas maybe the Sea-Trek is built into the unit, is it?
Well, it's actually hanging on the bulkhead about here.
And certainly with the Raymarine one I've got, it's not affected by anything at all.
Yeah.
The metallics. No.
There we are.
There we go.
Thank you very much, Bryan.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a like.